Good afternoon, sir. Today I will tackle about the general behavior characteristic of gifted children. What are the gifted children? Gifted children are those who have outstanding abilities, talents, and potential to achieve when given opportunities. They are may perform at least at levels far ahead for their chronological peers and are usually more advanced in their interest skills, psychological maturity. They come from all ethnic, racial, and socioeconomic backgrounds. Gifted children also may have pastorate and application of learning and a desire of complexity. Characteristic of gifted children. Eric Leringhouse, Handcape, and Gifted Children 1985 cite their three types of characteristic. The first one is general behavior, learning characteristic, creative characteristic. Well, we will tackle about that types of characteristic. General behavior characteristic. Gifted children behavior depends on their age. Maybe maybe gift many gifted children learn to read early with a better comprehension of the nouns of language. They often read widely, quickly, and intensely have large vocabularies. They commonly learn basic skills better, more quickly, and with less practice. They are better able to construct and handle abstraction. They often pick up and interpret nonverbal cues and can draw indifferent inference that other children need to have spelled out for out for them. They take less for granted, seeking the house and wise. They can work independently at the early age and can concentrate for long periods. Their interests are both widely electric and intensely focused. They have often and seemingly boundless energy, which sometimes lead to a misdiagnosis of hyperactivity. They usually respond and relate well to the parents, teacher, and other adults. They may prefer the company of older children and adults to that of their peers. They like to learn new things, are willing to examine, and usually are the highly inquisitive. They tackle tasks and problems in a well-organized, goal-directed, and efficient manner. They exhibit an intrinsic motivation to learn, find out, or explore, are often very persistent. I'd rather do it myself is a common attitude. Learning characteristics. Gifted children are natural learners who often show many of these characteristics. They may show keen power of observation and sense of a significance. They have an eye for important details. They may read a great deal or their own, preferring books and magazines written for children older than they are. They often take great pleasure in intellectual activity. They have well-developed power of abstraction, conceptualization, and synthesis. They readily see cause-effect relationships. They can display a questioning attitude and seek information for its own sake as much as for its useful. They are often skeptical, critical, and evaluate. They are quick to spot inconsistencies. They often have large storehouse of information about variety of topics which they can recall quickly. They readily grasp underlying principle and can often make valid generalization about events, people, or objects. They quickly perceive similarities, differences, and anomalies. They often attack complicated material by separating it into components and analyzing it symmetrically. They often display a questioning attitude and seek for information for its own sake as much as for its useful. They are often skeptical, critical, and evaluative. They are quick to spot inconsistencies. They have often a large store of information about variety of topics which they can learn or quick. Ang mao na din yung same ra di ay ganiya. Creative characteristic. Fluent thinkers able to generate possibilities, consequence, or related ideas. Flexible thinkers able to use many different alternative and approaches to the problem solving. Original thinkers seeking new, unusual, or unconventional association and combination among items of information. Seeing relationships among seemingly unrelated object ideas or facts. Elaborate thinkers producing new steps, ideas, response, or the embellishments to a basic idea, situation, or problem, willing to entertain complexity and seem to derive on problem solving. Good guesser and can readily construct hypotheses or what if question, aware of their own impulsiveness and rationally, and they show emotional sensitive, extremely curious about objects, ideas, situation, or events. Other display intellectual playfulness and eye to fantasize and imagine. Less intellectual inhabit, inhabited that their peers are expressing options and ideas, and they often disagree spirited with other statesmen. They are sensitive to beauty and are attractive to aesthetic values. Gifted or potential gifted students usually differ from classmates on three key dimensions. June Maker 1982. The pace at which they learn, the depth of their understanding, the interest that they hold. Common characteristic of gifted children. Ability to comprehend material several grade levels under age peers, surprising emotional depth and sensitivity at a young age, strong sense of curiosity, enthusiastic about unique interests and topics, quickie or mature sense of humor, creative problem solving and imagined expression, absorb information quickly with a few repetition needed, self-aware, social aware, and aware of global issues. Advance and disadvance of a gifted children. An advance of having a gifted child is that you know she is capable of excelling in school curriculum. Ironically, your gifted child may struggle in public school, getting bored quickly and having a trouble focusing. A gifted child can lose interest because he is not challenged or motivated. Characteristic of the gifted and talented child. Gain power of observation, learn or read very early, often before school age, read widely and rapidly, well-developed vocabulary, takes delight in using unusual new words, has great intellectual curiosity, absorb information rapidly, often called sponge, very good memory, can recall information in different circumstances, have the ability to concentrate deeply for prolonged periods, very good power of reasoning and problem solving, have intense interest, possess unusual imagination, have a great interest or big question, e.g. the nature of universe, the problem of suffering in the world, environment issues. Very sensitive, perhaps getting upset easily. Very concerned about right and wrong, concerned about the injustice. Sign of gifted in children include unsatiable, unsatiable curiosity as demonstrated by the endless question and inquiries, ability to comprehend material several grades level above their age peers, surprising emotion, deep and sensitive at the young age is how think about unique interests and topics. What are the types of giftedness? Giftedness falls into one or more following areas: intellectual, academic, creative, artistic, leadership. Why are gifted children so emotional? Because of their intellectual complexity, a gifted child can imagine a vast range of life scenarios that are unthinkable to the average child. They can they can and do feel with a great intensity and emotion that are attached to each scenario, and this can lead to them being overwhelmed by anxiety and fear. Well, I'm done reporting, sir. Thank you and God bless.